So it's going to be a Zach versus Ekko. Ugh. Yeah, Ekko's an annoying lane. Ekko's an annoying lane. If it's tank Ekko, it's an annoying lane. If it's AP Ekko, it's a good lane. If it's a tank Ekko, it's an annoying lane. We'll see. We'll see. I'm afraid I can't coach people on... I'm only really good... Oh, I forget. Watching blue side. Because we want to see it just from your perspective. I can't really give you good information if I have the full vision of the map. So we're going with that. So first off, it's important that you buy your items as quickly as you can and get into position. Either here or here. Because if you get here late, and their team happens to be sitting here, you die. And if you get here late, it could be that they might have snuck past you, and then they're sitting here, and they'll just steal the blue without you knowing. So I recommend buying your items as quickly as you can and leaving base. You're okay, though. You're only a few seconds off, so not a big deal. Not a big deal. Yeah, it's been a while since we had a coaching game. So yeah, silver, that's fine. Dude, don't be embarrassed by it. Do not be embarrassed by your rank. With some practice and effort, you'll climb. No question. Practice and effort, that's what it takes. And Zach is the perfect champion to climb with. People just don't know how to deal with this. Let me set up this quickly. Brand, okay. On your side, you have Annie mid. So, one issue I can already see here is that you have a Shaco jungle. And Shaco jungle can be... oh, absolutely. Dude, ARAMs are for anybody who wants to join in, and we'll rotate people if there's enough. So, yes, there will be ARAMs today, and we will get to... We'll do them, of course. Yes, anyone, all are welcome. This is Zach here. All are welcome. All are welcome. Except racists, bigots, assholes. You know, people that we don't actually want to be around. So yes, this is good. You want him pushing. I'm sure you started with your Q. And yeah, hitting the minions right now is not a bad idea because he's pushing hard enough that you do sort of want to soften the wave so that you don't lose any to the tower. So, that's too bad. He de-aggroed off you. I don't know why he did that. But this is a perfect position. This is exactly where you want to be. And then you just want to... And yeah, good. He missed, but yeah. You want to try and avoid... Yeah, you're missing quite a bit of CS here. Let's see if maybe that was just an early fluke. Because I tend to miss CS too, sometimes. That's going to be lost too. Yeah, this first push, it's hard to get all the CS, but... Oh. That last CS you should have gotten. The rest, I feel like it's expected you might miss some of them. Damn. Yeah, you missed a lot of CS there. You missed a lot of CS there. I feel like half the CS you lost really wasn't your fault. Wow, he's being aggressive. Wow, he's being aggressive. It's really not smart on his part to be that aggressive. With only 2 points in his abilities, he'll take a lot of damage doing so. Yeah, wow, he's missing a lot. You're doing a really good job of avoiding his damage. By the way, are you running Thunderlords? Because I haven't seen you get your Thunderlords off once. In those trades when he's jumping on you, if you have Thunderlords, you should try and get it off before disengaging. Oh, very nice. Yeah, that's a kill. That's a kill right there. Oh, no. Well, it's still a kill, yeah. Very nice. Nicely done. Your flash was a little bit... interesting. Careful, don't lose your pet. Civ. Oh my god, you might actually die. Oh my god, you're gonna die. Ouch. Ouch. That's, that sucks. If you didn't die there, that just would have been all win. Because you did that really well. The flash was the only thing I feel like, wasn't good. That was the only thing that I feel like wasn't good. I know what you were going for. You were flashing outside of the stun range. You were flashing outside of the stun range. But getting your passive popped afterwards was bad. You were standing still and hitting the minions at very low health. You should have been backing away. Because had you popped like over here, the tower would have killed enough of the minions that you wouldn't have died. You would have lost your passive still, which is annoying, but you wouldn't have died. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Because you also missed out on a massive minion wave. That means that he ended up winning that. That means he ended up winning that. Or otherwise, you would have won that massively. Because he underestimated your damage. The single greatest weakness for anybody who plays against... okay, let's quickly look back at that. So, These back 3 minions, they're now low enough that 1 tower shot and an auto attack will kill each of them. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. Right now, you just auto this guy. But because you'd used your Q and your W missed all of them, you should have just been patient, wait for the tower to shoot an auto attack after each one. They were low enough where that's all you needed to do. I like that you're walking over here to safely drop a ward. I don't like that you dropped the pink ward here, because you've got no way of protecting it, no way of clearing out the ward that's here. You should have either dropped a regular ward or no ward at all. Because he's just going to, now, because he's constantly going to be pushing. So you can't expect that pink ward to last very long. He's going to go and take it at some point soon. Not only that, but, okay, so you did have a potion. That's good. Yeah, this is going to be hard because now he has an XP advantage on you. Because when you died there was a pretty big minion wave. Also, I'd be careful using your E if you're not going to be hitting him with it when you have other options. And I think you did. So yeah, now he's going to clear out your pink ward and it got you nothing. That pink ward got you nothing. If you put a regular ward here, it would still be giving you vision. So, I mean, again, overall, I'd say most of this stuff is very small mistakes. Very small mistakes. Nothing that you can't recover from. But you have to keep in mind that he now has a pretty extreme CS advantage and a pretty significant, he's going to hit 6 before you. And not only that, but he's got a lot of pressure advantage. So you just want to wait, let it push, try and farm with your Q, and wait till you hit 6. At least you got a good amount of health. At least you have a good amount of health and he's constantly pushing. This is also one of those times where I would suggest trying to get your jungler to show up. Maybe ping for help. Because once you hit 6, this will be such an easy lane to gank. You need to kill that cannon. Yeah, nicely done. You got them both. Very nice. And nice, you prepped that guy as well. Very good. So now you should get the rest. Wait, what are you doing? I don't know what... Yeah, it looks like you need to focus on CSing under tower. So let me give you a couple of tips. First of all, melee minions at full health, 2 tower shots and an auto attack kills them. Eventually it will be 2 tower attacks, an auto, and a W to kill them. The backline minions are... you're probably gonna... you're not gonna die. And he's out of mana. He's out of mana. You're gonna get him. Nice. Nice. So that was really good. He was out of mana. He had no way to kill you at that point, so long as you picked up your blobs. Very good. It looks like fighting and alling in, you know when to do it. So that's good. I'd say it looks like so far, like the first tip I'd give you would be focusing on CS. Because right now, you're 20 CS behind him. That is a huge amount. Huge. And you lost a lot of that CS under the tower, which, to be quite honest, is where Zach tends to CS best. Because it's very easy for Zach to set up a wave to get CS. So I told you how to handle the frontline minions. Frontline minions, 2 tower attacks, an auto, and sometimes a W. But 2 tower attacks and an auto is usually what it takes. The backline minions, a tower attack, an auto, and a W is what it takes in the beginning. Eventually, it'll actually take 2 autos and a W, or an auto and 2 Ws. It's sort of hard to know when that point will happen. It's like at the 15-minute mark. 12 to 15 minutes, I think, is when that happens. But like those are the 2 tips I can really give to help when it comes to CSing. As far as building versus Ekko, I would go Spirit Visage into Abyssals, which it looks like that's what you're doing. Their jungle is Kha'Zix, so I would suggest Spirit Visage into the cooldown reduction of Abyssals. Yes, you get that auto. I don't see you're using your AoEs, and it's costing you a lot of CS. It's costing you a lot of CS. You should be more conservative using the AoE on the wave. I mean, you can do that when you've got more damage, but at this point in the game, you don't have enough damage to one-shot the backline. You are trading really well. I have to say you were trading really well with him. It looks like the mechanics when it comes to trading, you've got down. It looks like your big issue is CSing under the tower. Because, I mean, as Zach, you're going to get pushed under the tower a lot. This is a common scenario. This is a very common scenario, and look at that, very nice. He's going to ult soon if you're not careful, so be careful. Good. He hasn't ulted yet, so he's going to be at this... Oh, he's probably dead. He's going to have to ult away in a second, or he's going to die. Yep, there it is. Now you kill him. Yep, that should be a free kill now. You should have held on to that W for a little while longer. There, he's dead. Very nice. Again, it looks like fighting and trading you know how to do really well. I'd say to climb, you need to focus on CS. Maybe do some practice drills where, I don't even know how do you practice farming under the tower? How do you practice farming under the tower? I don't know. But I'd say that should be your focus. Focus on being very patient when it comes to CSing under the tower, trying to prep the wave so get used to how much life the minions need to be at for you to be able to kill them with one auto, to kill them with one W, or to kill them with both, an auto and a W. You need to get used to these the life total bars to know when it's okay. Or when the tower will kill it in one shot. Hey, farming champs is nice, but if you look at the gold, it's even. The gold is even. The towers are even, the gold is even. Despite the fact that he has 2 kills and an assist, and the Ekko has just 1 kill, the gold is even. And the reason why is because of how much CS has been lost under the tower. And gold, man, that's how you win games, is that. You win games because you have enough gold. See, now you're at the point where it takes 2 Ws and an auto. So, looks like it's at the 11-minute mark. Looks like it's at the 11-minute mark, yeah. So at the 11-minute mark, it takes 2 Ws and an auto, or an auto and 2 Ws. Or, excuse me, 2 auto... Never mind. I think I said it right. To kill the minions under the tower. So, just keep that in mind. So it looks like 11 minutes is when that happens. Good to know. I didn't actually know when that happened. But again, you're doing really well when it comes... Now you ult him under the tower. Very, very nice. Perfect. I mean... The way you're choosing great times to fight him, you should be picking up these blobs. And you should have gone for that blob. It was near you, and it was going to disappear before that one. Again, these are small mistakes. It looks like you're laning. When it comes to fighting and killing, you're doing excellent. He's absolutely overestimating his power. I don't like what you did there, though. I don't like that you did, and you ignite. So, let's go over 2 things here real quick. 2 things. First of all, you don't want to be using your elastic slingshot when you're visible to him. Let's quickly pause here. Pause. So right now, you're visible to him. You're visible to him. He can see you. When you do an elastic slingshot when visible, it is very hard to land, especially against a champion like Ekko, who has abilities to dodge. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to ever elastic slingshot in view of the enemy unless they're running for their lives. He's not. He's farming. So you don't want to do that. Second thing that you do, when you want to hit an elastic slingshot, you want to Q first, then elastic slingshot. The Q slows them down enough that it makes it much easier to land the elastic slingshot afterwards. Now, the second mistake you make here, igniting him. You ignited him very, very early. Very early. You don't want to be using your ignite until you have the ability to kill him right there and then. And you didn't. He had the ability to jump right away after you ignited, so that was a waste of an ignite. Now you don't have that summoner, which is a critical summoner. Critical summoner when it comes to getting kills as that. Critical. Because people usually don't feel it coming. So yeah. This is silver. But again, I don't know how your CSing is in the lane, because so far most of the CS has been forced under your tower since the Ekko's just non-stop pushing, which is not smart for him. Not smart. That non-stop pushing would mean that you should be roughly even with CS on him. Actually, you probably would be up on CS because of what he's doing. Because you've killed him, he's died 3 times in lane. And had you not died earlier, your CS you probably would be at about 100 CS right now if you were farming perfectly. See, the Lucian is at almost 100 CS right now. That's what you should be going for. You should be going for that sort of CS advantage. But so far, I mean, everything you're doing so far is really good. Now that you've backed, this would be the moment where I'd be like, okay, let's look at my team, let's look at their team. Who's strong on their team? Who's strong on my team? How do I arrange the fights? Right now, your Shaco has a kill and 2 assists. He's doing well. The Annie has a kill, no deaths. She's doing well. The Lucian has a kill and a death. He's doing evenly, but he's got a lot of CS, so that's good. On the enemy team, oh, see, what you did there was good. You did your elastic slingshot from out of range. I don't think you should have ulted him. I don't think you should have ulted him. There was no chance to get a kill. Your ult is similar to your Ignite, that it's the tool that you need in order to get kills or to disengage and save yourself. You should not have done that since he's tanky enough where you wouldn't be able to kill him, especially since you don't have your Ignite anymore. You don't have your Ignite anymore, chances of killing him, very low. Very low. So, yeah, and so in this case that was fine, because you hit him with your Q before you went in with your E. See? Much easier to hit him like that. He just wasted his ultimate there. He just wasted his ultimate. You've got your passive, you've got Spirit Visage. I'd feel pretty comfortable right now. He doesn't have his ult. Get out of the ring, you're fine. Yeah, he's also not doing that well with the stun. But yeah, I wouldn't leave. Right now, I feel confident that he has no ability to kill me, and if he truly tried to fight, you'd be in good shape. However, you need to be picking up blobs. You need to be picking up blobs! Blobs! Wow. Because, yeah, right, you have Spirit Visage. Your healing is insane right now. You got to be focusing on that. You pick up those blobs, and he will lose every trade. And his health was low enough, you shouldn't be afraid. You should be up here pushing. The only thing that should scare you is the idea of a Kha'Zix, and Kha'Zix hasn't been top yet. I don't know why you backed away. And your E is too low at this point. You're not going to have the reach to hit out here. Yeah, I think that was a mistake. You should have been forward. You should have been aggressive. I know it doesn't feel like it, considering that your life total is low, but you have your passive. You have your passive, and you have Spirit Visage. You should have been going for blobs and fighting. You would have won the trade, and you probably would have killed him because he didn't have his ultimate. Also, if you still had your Ignite, it would have been a guaranteed kill. It wouldn't have even been partial. So I think like that's the first time where I feel like you made a mistake when it came to the trading. No. Tank. You want to go tank. Him having the early Rod of Ages it's annoying. It means that his mana and his healing is going to be up there. His health is going to be high, and he's going to have some damage to go with it. But no, I still think you should have gone Spirit Visage into Abyss. I don't think Balmy Cinder is the correct choice here. I don't think that Balmy Cinder was the right call. I think you should have gone for the components of Abyssal Scepter, and maybe even get some armor for when Kha'Zix did come and gank your lane, because I'm sure he will eventually. Actually, I guess I don't know that. Nicely done. You got him under the tower. Wow. Did you just ignite him? Once again, you're igniting too early. You're igniting too early. There was no chance of the kill right there. Ekko is a very difficult champion to lock down and kill. You needed to wait until he was at half health. Until he was below half health to even consider igniting. But to be honest, you should wait until he's around 20% health before you consider an ignite. Because now, once again, you no longer have any kill pressure on him. You can't kill him. However, he can't kill you either. What? Oh, wait, what? What the fuck was that? That was some glitchy shit right there. That was really glitchy. Wow. You guys see that? I understand, but you shouldn't have gone for the Balmy Cinder. You should have gone for armor. You should have gone for armor. Oh, no. What are you doing? Oh, that's what you're doing. You do have your passive, so this is... Yeah, this is fine. And you died in a good place, and Shaco will live. Good. Good call. Good call. It was a little sloppy, but good call. Good call. And I love the Shacos. Oh no. Sorry, that was the fake. That was the fake. I like the Shaco. I like this guy. Better disable Rengar. Yeah, I would have said instead of going for the Balmy Cinder, I would have just gone for armor items. So either 2 cloth armors or a cloth armor and a chain vest. And then I would go for Abyss. Because you're right. The Kha'Zix has kills and assists. He's somebody I'd be scared of. Because if Kha'Zix comes and ganks... Oh my god, the Kha'Zix has 81 CS to the Shaco's 38. That's not good. That's not good at all. Because he's got 2 kills and 2 assists. He's only 1 kill and 2 assists behind the Shaco. And Shaco's an early game champion. That's problematic. So I'd be worried. Like right now, I'd say they're more on the way to winning the game than your team is. Especially since your bot lane's not doing well. Your mid lane's doing extremely well. which is good news because she's going to be like the biggest anti-Vayne there is. Because Vayne's all about juking. Juking with her stealth. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, you're tanky enough. You're tanky enough. I don't like that you're using... well, once again, I don't know why you're using your ult here. Your ult is your disengage, your fighting, and your killing tool. Using your ult that early means now you don't have it. If they had a stun or something like... Why is he still chasing you? Well, you don't have your passive, but yeah, like, your ult there might have been, like, the thing that gets you away. You're lucky your elastic slingshot's on short enough cooldown now that it was up when you needed it, and they didn't have any stuns available. But, like, if this wasn't a Kha'Zix, if this was, like, a Vi, you would be dead. You would have died. And your ultimate would have saved you. So it looks like the other thing I would recommend is figuring out the... you shouldn't have walked back to grab that blob. That cost you a CS. Small details, but yeah. Armor items like Omewrecker, no. Well, no, but I mean, like, Balmy Cinder's the wrong choice. I feel like you should have gone for Cloth Armor and Chain Vest. But yeah, like, right over here, there was no kill pressure, no chance for a kill. The Ekko's building tanky, so there's no way in one combo you're going to kill him. If that was like a Teemo who's going damage, using your ult would make sense. But since there was no chance for a kill, I feel like what you did here just wasted your ultimate when you might have needed it later. It didn't cost your life, but in other cases it could. What's going on down here? Oops. Your team's getting massacred. Their Vayne is 522. Oh, God. Vayne is probably one of the best AD carries for dealing with Zac because of her mobility, her ability to stealth, and her ability to knock you back. And her ability to shred your life total. This is really bad news. I'd say this would be the thing that worries me more than anything. The fact that their Vayne is currently 522. That is scary. That is really scary. Oh, I saw your message. I saw your message earlier. Oh, you think Abyssal's better to get first? I think Spirit Visage, because in this case, Spirit Visage first, I feel like it makes more sense because in the end, Ekko is all about sustained trading. At least tank Ekko and AP Ekko is more about burst, but right now he went Rod first, so you have to assume he's going to be building tanky. Right now, you have to assume he's going to be building tanky. He might build AP, which would be obnoxious, but you have to assume at least for now he's building tanky. I'd go Spirit Visage first. I'd go Spirit Visage first, especially because he is all about the sustained trade. He's about getting on top of you. He's about getting on top of you and getting off as many of those triple hits as he can. Good, you didn't miss the cannon. Nice. That's good. He's about sustained trading. And Spirit Visage is all about canceling somebody who's about sustained trading. Because you just pick up the blobs and suddenly his sustained trade is getting canceled. Because you keep healing. His damage just won't keep up. That's the reason why I would think Spirit Visage would be the better option in this case to go for first, and then Abyss. It's possible. But yeah, no. Now you know he's going tank. But either way, Spirit Visage is always safe. Spirit Visage is always a safe option to get for C. He's all about trying to get those extended trades. So you should be going for these blobs. You're trying to fight him too much. And I also think you should have held on to your ultimate because he had his ult. So that's the other thing. You really don't want to be using your ultimate until he's low on health. You don't want to be using it until he's low on health. And if his ultimate is up, I'm not even sure you want to use it then. I'm not so sure about this. No, you're not going to be able to kill him. Yeah, right now he's going to be extremely difficult to kill. I don't even know what Shaq was thinking. I don't really think there's a kill chance here. I don't think there's any chance of a kill. He's very tanky right now. Right, I need to... I love that he went for the blue trinket instead. Wait, what are you doing here? Back away, back away. Dude, that is so buggy, it looks awesome. Oh my god, that is so cool. When you're elastic slingshotting midair and he stuns you, it looks so freaky. Oh my god, I've never seen that before either. Also, you don't want to be trading with him when his shield is up. Give me 1 second, I'm going to grab a small snack. My stomach is starting to get angry at me. I apologize if I'm going to be eating. Oops. I apologize if I'm going to be eating a little bit while I'm doing this. Just small snacks. But yeah, so like, so far the two things this game I would recommend working on. Yep, Malframas versus an all-AD team is glorious. So it looks like the two things you should focus on is learning how to CS better. Wow, somehow you've got 160... Somehow you now have more CS than the Ekko. I think it's because he's been roaming. And I think you have dodged every single one of his stuns, except for the ones where you sort of took them intentionally by the looks of it. So yeah, the two things it looks like you need to work on: farming under the tower, and learning when to use your ultimate and your ignite. Those are the things that get you kills. If you use them too early, you lost your kill chance. Personally, I don't like joining the team until one of the top towers are down. That's just personal thing. It's not always the correct decision. Because if the enemy laner is joining the team and winning team fights because of it, then you should be joining the team. Oh god, the Vayne is on a rampage. Oh, look at that! The Annie-Bear was angry and got the kill. But yeah, like in this case, you roamed a little too late. Personally, I don't like leaving the top lane until one of the towers is gone. Obviously, it doesn't always work out that way, but that's what I would suggest. Shift, I like that idea of practicing against a Darius or Nasus with Malzahar. I really do like that idea. I'm not sure if I'm going to have time, though. This Saturday, I probably have both lunch plans and dinner plans. Apparently, I'm going to go see a concert of Weird Al Yankovic this Saturday evening, which sounds awesome. It's going to be at the Hollywood Bowl. And somehow, my friend has these crazy box seats that we're going to go see it at. I've never sat at a box seat at the Hollywood Bowl, so this is going to be an experience. Especially since it's going to be fucking Weird Al Yankovic. I'm sure it's going to be an awesome show. And then Sunday, in all likelihood, I'm going to be editing 2 weeks worth of videos, but if it so happens I have some free time, I'd love it, man. I'd love it. I could definitely use the practice, that's for sure. I personally prefer full AP Ekko in general over tank Ekko. That's because I hate full tank Ekko. I really hate him. So I respect you, looping poops. That's what you should do. See, in this case, I like your ultimate, because your ultimate made it so that he took 2 tower shots. But the problem is, he's just too tanky right now to kill. And Ekko's really hard to kill. Your cooldown is also pretty low, so burning your ultimate isn't the worst thing. But yeah, when his shield is up, you don't want to be using your cooldowns. You don't want to be using your cooldowns when his shield is up. You want to wait till it drops. It's a short cooldown. Or excuse me, it's a short duration shield. Yeah, the shield duration is... It's a 2-second shield. You can afford to wait for that shield to drop. Not sure why you did that. You should have waited till it was under the tower. You're gonna lose your passive. You should have been focusing on grabbing these blobs. He can't kill you, though. When I grab the blob, yeah, you're fine. I think you should have focused on grabbing the blobs instead of trying to fight back. Because the tower is going to do a bunch of damage to him one way or the other. And, oh, see, look at that. Your ult's already back up. But you got to be careful. Grab blobs. Grab blobs. There you go. Got to grab those blobs. That's how you're going to win this. Yeah, you're gonna win. Yeah, he's careful. Grab blobs. Yeah. I think you ignited a little bit too early, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, you used your Q too early there. Oh my god. You would have killed him had you waited for his shield to drop first. So right there, that was a missed opportunity. And now you need to run. Oh, you're dead. You ran the wrong way. You're dead. Had you waited for his shield to drop, that would have been a kill. He's tough to kill with his mobilities, his slows, the fact that the Rod of Ages is healing him with Spirit Visage. The fact he's got a lot of magic resist. And at the same time, his ultimate allows him to negate a massive amount of damage. How much damage? He heals for 150 plus 20%, which scales up, so 30%. So at this point, he heals 150 plus 30% of the damage taken over the last 4 seconds. That is a massive amount of health. Massive. And the crazy part is, all he's got, as far as AP is concerned, is Rod of Ages and a Sheen. That's it. And Sheen doesn't give... Oh, that's right. Sheen doesn't actually give AP anymore. So all he had was 100 AP. With 100 AP, he had that much. Just imagine what a full AP Ekko has. Towards the end of the game with 500 or 600 AP, that means they're healing almost 100% of the damage they took over the course of a fight, which is ridiculous. Uh-oh. You're out of position. That was a bad idea. Let's look at that again. Oh, you're so dead. Yeah, you're so dead. Let's look at that again. So first things first. You're approaching up the mid lane, you just see Ekko. You already know, if you jump on the Ekko, you're not going to kill him. It takes a lot of effort to kill this Ekko. And you're just jumping straight into that. I don't see why you did. There was no benefit to doing so. The brand showing up sealed your fate, but there was no reason to do what you did there. And you died because of that. And Ekko gets away clean. And your team can't even follow up on it. You shouldn't have done that. Should have waited until the wave pushed in. When it's near the tower, then, if you were hiding right here, and Elastic slingshotted on them trying to push the wave, you probably could have gotten a kill off of that. Probably not on the Ekko, but you probably could have. So I feel like that was a pretty significant mistake. That was a mistake. I mean, it was a free death. That's all that was. Oh, yeah. Look at how strong your team is handling this fight. If you were alive right now, there would probably be 2 more people dead on their team. There probably would be 2 more people dead on their team right now. Oh, Vayne's going aggro. Yeah, she's gonna get 1 kill. Yeah, she'll get more. Yeah, she's gonna get more kills. She might even get Lucian too. Yeah, she will. That's unfortunate. Yeah, you dying here, I'm sad to say, probably cost the lives of 3 of your teammates. And denied your team probably 2 more kills. Yeah, if you don't hit him, he doesn't get mana, but... Oh, no. Let's look at that again. I was too busy looking at the chat, so let's see what happened here. You hit her with your Q. I like the... Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Okay. Well, we're watching this in slow motion. So, we're watching this in slow motion. So I like what you're doing here. You hit her with the Q, you followed up with the W, you hit her with it. What I don't like is that you flash on him with your ult, instead of just ulting right here. Why didn't you ult right there? You should have just ulted right there. Had you ulted right there, you would have knocked the Vayne back. You would have pushed the brand into the wall. And then very easily probably been able... The fact that Vayne didn't get hit from your ultimate meant that she was free to stun you against the wall, so you couldn't kill the brand. Had you just ulted right here between the 2 of them, you would have knocked her back and knocked her up. And you probably would have killed the brand before dying. You were going to die. That's the other issue. That's the other issue. Had you, you probably were going to die no matter what, because the Vayne is extremely fed, and you don't have armor. You don't have any armor at all. You were going to die 100%. But you could have killed the brand and or lived had you just ulted where you were instead of flashing behind the brand. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. It may have dodged the brand's Q, I didn't notice. But one way or the other, I feel like it would have been the smarter thing to do. Because at the very least, it would have also knocked up the Vayne and given you some chance of killing the brand. And then, if the brand flashed later, you could have flashed on top. I'm not playing the Blob song until we're done with this, because this is getting put on the YouTube. We're not doing the Blob song now. It will get put in the ARAMs, because I'm sure you guys will force it on me. Now, you need to be careful. You just want to push the lane out and leave. You see the Vaynes coming, run. Just run right now. Leave. Yeah. Drop a word here. Yep, and leave. I would be careful, though. They could... Okay, now you know they're not going for the Baron. Now you know they're not going for the Baron, but they could be going for the Baron soon. Oh, Vayne's here. Yeah, there's no way to do this. You still don't have armor. You need Thornmail. Thornmail is your one crux at being able to fight Vayne. Because if you have Thornmail, and you land on her, and you throw your whole kit at her with an Ignite, you'll probably kill her. You will probably kill her. They know you're coming. They know you're coming, Shackle. They have a pink ward there. Shackle's probably going to die for that. I mean, there's no chance of a kill here. There's no chance of a kill. The only kill chance is possibly the Blitzcrank, but yeah. In this case, you did the right thing with your ultimate simply because Shaco was going to die if you didn't. But that was a really bad call on the Shaco's part. He was fully visible and he was running through here. And it was known information there was a pink ward here. Man, they're going to take a dragon too. That's unfortunate. So here's something else. Right now, you know your biggest focus in teamfights needs to be Vayne. The secondary focus, Brand. Both of them are good options for you to go and focus, but the one you really, really, really want to kill is Vayne. If she dies, their team loses most of its damage. I mean, Brand does a lot of damage, Kha'Zix does a lot of damage, but the Vayne is the one who's going to carry the game. So in team fights, she's your focus. But to be able to focus her, you need Thornmail. Whoa, what's going on up here? Man, I was too busy looking at stuff that had nothing to do with anything here. Can you even kill him? The two of you together probably can't kill him. No. See, this is why I hate Tank Ekko. That right there is why I hate Tank Ekko. He just becomes unkillable at a certain point. Because he has so much mobility, and his ultimate is... It's dumb. Let's be honest here. Ekko's ultimate is a really stupid thing. Plus the fact he has a shield. But he can't kill you either. No, don't chase him. Don't chase him. I mean, it's a fight he can't necessarily kill you with, but you really shouldn't be fighting him. You really shouldn't be fighting him. Oh God, that looks so weird. Because he excels at the extended fight, but yeah, you're not gonna die. But I mean, you're risking yourself in a big way. Because right now you don't have a tower to fall back on. If he had support from his team, you would have died. You just straight up would have died. You had no real chance of killing him either. You have no Ignite. You did have your ultimate, but you had no Ignite. Just odds of you actually killing him are next to zero. Oh God, Shaco's dead. This is the reason why I hate fighting against Tank Shaco. There's almost no chance of killing him, so don't focus. Don't focus. Push out the wave. Trade if he wants to trade, but push out the wave. Don't chase him. You've got... Unless your whole team is there, there's almost no chance of killing him. It has clapping. What else do I need? Yes, no, it is insanely catchy. That's the reason why I don't play it on my stream every day. Because last time I tried doing that, every time I'm trying to go to bed, all I hear is it leaps and glides and slides and beware of the blob. And it just kept running through my head over and over again. So no. There's a reason why I don't do it. How do you approach killing the Vayne? Wait till she's preoccupied. Actually, the only way you're killing Vayne is after she tumbles. Basically, when you see her tumbling, that's when you go for it. You jump right on top of her, you throw your whole kit at her, you ignite her, she'll die. But you need Thornmail for that. You need Thornmail for that. And in fact, I would have recommended before Liandry's Torment getting Thornmail. I would have recommended Thornmail as the next item because you have 2 big sources of magic resist, and you've got a damage source in the Abyssal. That's all the damage you really need right now. I would have recommended before the Liandry's Torment to get Thornmail. Because Thornmail is good against the Vayne. It's critical. It's not just good against the Vayne. It's critical against the Vayne. And right now, the Vayne is dominating, so she's your target. Once again, you're burning your ultimate trying to fight him. I think this is a mistake. I think this is a mistake. Don't fight him. Farm. Farm, push, join your team. Farm, push, join your team. You can't kill him if he doesn't want to die. This is such wasted effort. You're not going to kill him. So I think this is also a matchup issue. When you're playing against a tank Ekko, you can't kill him. Just give up on that. The only way he's dying is either if he lets you kill him, or if your whole team is there. That's the only way you're killing him. The only way. So you got to give up on fighting him. Push out the wave. Keep your abilities. Stay healthy. Wait, is Blitzcrank killing himself? No, he's not. See, if you had your ultimate right now, the Blitzcrank probably would have died, and maybe you would have lived. But you burned your ultimate earlier, and you burned a lot of your life trading, and you also burned your flash as well. You shouldn't be fighting the Ekko anymore. The Ekko is unfightable. Oh god, the Vayne is not going to die. She's not going to die. She's not going to die. Oh, yeah, she is. Barely. And now Ekko's going to clean up the whole team fight. Damn. Ouch. Look, sometimes you can't carry a game, but also keep in mind that I've had games where I literally started out 0-8 and ended up 10-8-20. So, it's not necessarily over. It's not necessarily over. But some games can't be carried. It's just the nature of League of Legends. Because it's a 5-man game, and if one person, sometimes your weakest link is what costs your team the game. That's just what happens. And right now, your weakest link is your bot lane. Your bot lane is currently 5-17. Ouch. If your bot lane didn't lose so badly, and the sad part is, oh, that was an interesting blitz hook. Wait, the brand lived. Wow, the brand, no, he didn't. He did not live. And the Blitzcrank can't kill you. But you should not be, I guess you should be chasing him. He's gonna die. Yep, nice. Good job. And nice part is, look at that, your Annie even picked up a kill. Good job on your team. Picking up kills where you guys basically, they had a 10k lead before that fight. So, they're throwing away a bit of their advantage. I guess we're still over 10k behind, which is a problem. Expensive. Yep, I agree. Decent players can carry when they're fed. Great players can carry even when they're behind. Oh, is he gonna get it? I don't think he will. I don't think he can. That's too bad. But yeah, you should. Oh. No, oh god, he's gonna die. Oh, he's not. If the Vayne turned and fought him, I bet she could have killed him. I bet she could have killed him. Their Vayne is so outrageously fed. She's full build. The Vayne is full build at this point. She is so outrageously fed. I understand cheese is a problem, but that's one of the reasons why I like Zac. Zac is very resilient against cheese. Very resilient. You have your elastic slingshot, you have your ultimate, and you have your passive. 3 things that help you be very resilient against cheese. It doesn't mean I don't die to cheese too. It happens. Like, fuck, that last game that we played today against that Udyr. I died level 1 because of the cheese of his build. The idea that his rune page was 100% AD. He had 96 AD walking into the lane. I've never seen that before. But in the end, I may have started 0-1, but I promptly killed him many, many times after that. So, resilient to cheese. There you go. Zac is resilient to cheese. Wow, this Shaco is so fucked. Is so very fucked. Yeah, he's not even... He's fucked. He knew it. Your team needs to team fight. I'd say you need to be with your team from here on out. Oh god, Annie's so dead. I think. Wow. If she had Ignite, she would have killed him. Why did she flash? Why did she just flash? Tibbers got it! Tibbers got the kill! Go, Tibbers! Why did Lulu die? Lulu could have gotten away clean. I can't believe Annie actually managed to get that kill. You should let them have it. You should let them have it. There's almost no chance of you denying this. I mean, their jungle's down, but no, I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. I don't like this one bit. Now you're just gonna... You should have just let them have it. Should have just let them have it. Yeah. Now your whole team dies. I think there was... You should have just let them have it. Too many people on your team were dead. More specifically, your Annie, who is the strongest person on your team right now, is dead. You shouldn't have even tried. You shouldn't have even tried. It got you, Lucian. It got you and Lucian killed. So in that case, that was one of those cases where you should have just backed away. Said, it's gone, nothing I can do about it. If you were on this, this team, maybe there was something you could have done. You could have approached the wall, dropped a ward over it, and jumped in. Since they didn't have their jungler alive, there's a chance. But you jumping in the way you did, there was no chance. Their whole team turned on you, killed you, and the Baron was already gone. Yeah, that's the other thing. The Baron was going to melt really fast because it's a max build Bane. Can you kill him? Can you guys kill him? You know, the funny part is I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical they can kill him. No, they can't. This is why I hate Tank Ekko right here. This is why I hate Tank Ekko. He becomes absolutely unkillable. You can have your whole team there. He'll just shrug it off. He'll shrug off the damage, and now your whole team dies. Now your whole team dies. And at least you'll kill Bran? No, you're dead. Yeah, game's over. Okay, so things I can recommend. You've heard it all, but I'll go over it again. First thing I would recommend, working on farming under tower. Second thing I would recommend, learning when to use your ultimate, when to ignite. As those are finishing moves. Those are finishing moves and those are safety moves. Well, the ignite's a finishing move, but the ultimate is an engage tool, it's a disengage tool, it's a finishing tool. You need to know when the right moment is to ult. You also had I think the matchup with, let me make sure. You got it, I'll invite you to the club, sure. You're in. You are in. All right. Third thing was knowing when. Man, I mean, there are a lot of small things, but those small things, you'll get over them and you'll get past them with time. I think those two are the critical things. Those two are the critical things. And also, again, I think you need a bit more knowledge when it comes to that matchup with Ekko, because against Ekko, there comes a point where you just can't kill him anymore. So give up on killing him, push the wave, join your team. But there it is.